sidelines fast enough.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy get to the sideline faster than that. Excellent decision, Mr. Pauly.
So now it'll be second down.
Second down and 4 for the Raiders.
10 seconds on the play clock, cutting it close. They'll motion a receiver left. That is Banks in motion. High snap, give to the tailback, and there's some space. Works his way past the 40-yard line. That's Dodd on the carry. Whew. That's the biggest run of the night for this Morgan Raider offense.
Yes, easily the biggest play to date. And this one for the Raiders, 18-yard run.
By far their best play. And they did that one on purpose. That wasn't a scramble and find some guy running across the middle. That was a well-designed play, well blocked.
So first down and 10 now for the Raiders.
Well, you know, Chase Bowman's up here in the booth with us at the other end of it. You know, he was the head coach last year, and he'd made some nice progress down there.
So give to Dodd again. Dodd running right, keeps his shoulder down, lowers it, and gets just about 4 yards shy, rather 3 maybe, of the first down marker.
You mentioned Chase Bowman, a one-time player at Morgan, then he was head coach. Now he's accepted the role of athletic director, so he stepped down as head coach. Now Mr. Seth Brown is the head coach of the Morgan Raiders.
To your credit, Bowman, a great job. Last year the team with Logan Niswanger, Cole Searle making plays on offense. I mean, they were a fun team to watch last year.
They were.
Those two, Niswanger and Searle, were two of the biggest playmakers on the All-Star team in the last summer, the Muskingum Valley team.
It's going to be a fake to Dodd this time. Pressure in the face of Pauly. He rolls out left, and he's going to fight his way and slide down, but he'll still take a hit, as it was Connor Smith in there, but into enemy territory for the Raiders. Second time here tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That was a hard tackle. He kind of got twisted up there. We're going to get a second look at it here on a replay.
He's taken a beating.
He has.
I mean, he no more gets the football and gets set up and the rush is on him. With his right knee's taped, he's coming out again. If you tweak that knee, the last thing you should be doing is running out of the pocket and scrambling for your life. And that's what he's been doing.
So the freshman Winner gets up to the line. His snap is over his head.
I knew he wasn't tall enough.
And falling on it is Dodd, the running back.
Oh, boy.
Looks like they're pulling the center out of here.
Yep.
At what point do you put your quarterback under center, Doug, and kind of avoid all that mess?
I don't think their quarterback plays under center.
I don't think many quarterbacks do anymore.
And
it's a lost art.
And I think we talked about that one other game. I don't know if there's a lot of coaches out there that know even how to teach it anymore.
Yep.
I mean, it's a lost art.
It really is.
So now 2nd and 23. As the freshman Winner rolls out right and will throw. And a great defense there from the offensive player. That was Jaden Reese, the tight end, breaking that one up.
Yeah.
Almost a near pick.
And Carter Winland had a better shot at that one than the receiver.
So you put in your backup center. That's number 54, Wyatt Fisher. And he's going against that defensive line. It's just been shredding the offensive line for Morgan. And you're that nose man out there. But it's like a giant bologna sandwich with all the trim on it, buddy. He can't wait. Come on in here. Have a good time.
So Pauly checks back in on 3rd down and 23. He's got Dodd off to his right. He will roll right, keep his eyes downfield. Fire and caught! Big first down for this Raiders offense is Ponchak, his second big, long catch in this one. They convert on 3rd and 23.
Wow, you got to admire the guts and courage of Pauly.
Well, I think they had basically a 3-man pass rush. I saw it looked like an outside linebacker leaked in there at the end. But they dropped 8. You can drop 12. If you give the quarterback time, he'll find someone that runs to an open spot. That's a nice play.
4 wide receivers. Pauly drops back again, fires over the head, looking for Ponchak. The pass falls incomplete.
That's one of those passes that need a little air under it, because the the receiver was behind the defender. That line drive through it, that's tough, but that's easy for me to say. I'm have somebody in a blue shirt chase me down, thrash me into the rug.
Since switching centers, the snaps have been a lot better. Now the center that came off the field, a freshman now, it is Maximus McDaniel. He was just over here on the sideline snapping some balls, trying to get a feel for it, as this is a give to Dodd. Dodd's still fighting. He's a tough running back.
Yes, he is.
Working his way for a couple of yards there.
Yeah, he's really came to life in the second quarter.
Well, with the number of passes that Morgan's throwing, the defensive line is just, they look like they're in a track meet to get to the quarterback, and that'll create some running lanes for Dodd.
8 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Morgan driving. It's a 3rd down and 8. They will motion Banks, and it's a fake to Dodd. Pressure in the backfield as that pass is thrown deep. Oh, and it just misses. Ponchak is, the defender leaped right in front of him and may have thrown off the vision there because that was placed right in the breadbasket.
Oh, it was. Right on the money. Good protection that time. By far, Morgan's most impressive possession of the night.
One thing I'm noticing is all Morgan's pass plays are going downfield. They're not throwing anything short and trying to get. New Lexington really hurt West Muskingum with the quick hitters and the yards after the catch.
We saw those screens right in front of the line a couple times with short screens that worked their way outside. Now it's a 4th down and 8. Pauly takes the snap. Great block by Dodd. Pauly keeps his eyes downfield. Now he rolls out right. He might have the first down yardage as Smith checks in.
Nice fake.
Gets the first down and slides down. Great play from the junior quarterback.
Sure was.
Oh, my goodness. That's some real savvy quarterback play right there.
He's doing that on one leg.
Boy, I saw you recognize that block by, who's that, Dodd blocking? Yeah, that's a great block by him. Didn't hold.
Right here, watch this. Whoop. Right by Carter Smith, one of the most athletic players on the field for either team. Able to get by that defender and gain a first down.
Okay, taking a long time to get this play run.
Already 2 timeouts burned. There's under 10 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to call timeout here. They're going to have a delay, I believe.
5 seconds on the play clock. They are set, and they're going to get it off. Give goes to Dodd. Dodd moves right, still fighting. He gets a couple of yards there on the first down carry.
There seemed to be some life in this Raiders offense now here in the second quarter, Coach.
You bet.
How about the grit out of the quarterback, Pauly? He had the 3rd and 20+ on this drive, and he comes off the bench where he was injured and completes a big strike, and then he scrambles for a first down, jukes a defender.
With the bad knee.
Yeah. Showcasing everything he's got in this one. Now inside the red zone after that run.
Boy.
2nd down and 7.
Some of the offensive linemen for Morgan don't look real big.
They motion a receiver left, and it'll be a give right to Dodd, and little running room there as he's tackled by a bunch of tornadoes.
I noticed that same thing in the first quarter. There was a significant size disadvantage when they're lining up across from the blue helmets. That used to always be a West Muskingum problem. Now it's the other way around.
They got Carson Lewis anchoring that defense at the nose man, and Carson is a 6'3", 270-pound sophomore.
So 3 wide receivers. They motion the tight end Brown, and there's a ball fired right in the middle of the field, out of the reach of the intended receiver.
Nice coverage back there.
Was hard hit taken by the intended receiver.
Of course, it was West Houston out there, and Connor Hill both on that coverage that time.
4th down and 6. No doubt they're going for this one.
It's been a long drive here for the Raiders. And West M, Coach Brownrigg will call timeout, his first one of the half. So 5:36 to play before halftime. This is a crucial drive. If the Raiders can convert here, we could set up this situation where they could cut it to within 7 if they find a way to find the end zone.
Well, you're exactly right, Dylan. I mean, we thought the way things are going, it was just West M's offense was just rolling up and down the field. They got stuffed at their last possession, and the Raiders have marched down the field very methodically. Some big plays, like you said, on the big pass on 3rd and 22. The scramble by the quarterbacks. Tough running by Dodd. They need 6 yards to keep it alive.
They're really consuming a lot of the second quarter clock as well.
But what I'm thinking now, if you're the Raiders, what call do you have confidence in gaining 6 yards besides quarterback scramble? I mean, that's been there, except for that lone 18-yard run by Dodd off the left tackle. Maybe we'll see that, but I have a feeling they're going to put the ball up. And that gives the quarterback who's limping noticeably, gives him an option to run or throw.
You might want to prey on that aggressiveness of the Tornado defense and try to find something across the middle.
Looks like a pair of sixes out there, split to the wide side, one on offense, one on defense.
So 4th down and 6. Snap goes to Polly. Polly looks, fires right, passes.
It's caught. Oh, man.
I tell you, the conversions on this drive by Polly, just showing toughness and firing the ball out there and getting enough for a first.
I mean, that ball was zipped. Wham. Boom, right there.
Right in between 2 defenders.
Great job by the receiver to get enough yardage, turn around, catch football. Nothing to it, just like you draw it up. Except guys are knocking your head off where you're doing it.
So now a goal-to-go situation for this Morgan offense. 2 wide receivers left. Could be a screen or it could be a give to Dodd. And they'll go to Dodd.
Oh.
Dodd hit right in the backfield initially by West Houston.
Man.
Houston as well as Carter Smith on the scene to combine for that one.
Boy, Houston absolutely stopped the progress immediately on that run. I'll be surprised if they can run it in on these guys.
I would too.
I mean, I think number 2 is going to come up with some magic here.
So 2nd and goal from the 13. We got 4 wide receivers. And it's a play action. Looking at Dodd. Here's pressure in the face. And he rolls out left. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Just missed him.
Boy.
Just missed Ponchak for a wide open score.
He knows it too. He hasn't had a guy open like that all night. Had time to throw it, had a wide open. He could have run the ball as well. I don't know if he would have scored or not. Had he put that ball on the money, that was a touchdown.
And Ponchak just missed a touchdown earlier. He had the ball with a defender in the face just out of his reach. So 2 missed opportunities there. That one, Polly lead him just a little bit. You wonder if that knee, the placement being able to fire a strike was a little inaccurate.
Especially running to his left.
Yeah, it's a tough throw to make in general. And timeout Morgan, that's their last of the first half.
Well, that's a good timeout. This is your first and only chance to score of the night. You want to take every advantage of this instead of running a play you really didn't want.
It's been a long drive for this Morgan offense. They took over. We saw initially the West Muskingum started the second quarter with their quick 3 and out, and there's 4:21 to play here in the second quarter, and it's been all Morgan pushing the ball down the field.
Well, usually your offensive line play in a game like this doesn't improve. If you're getting handled, that's usually the way it goes. But the offensive line for Morgan has stepped up in this drive. They've done a nice job protecting the quarterback.
I think it has a lot to do with the snaps not being high anymore.
Oh, you bet.
So the timing of the plays are not disrupted. And you see a big difference. Because that was a first quarter issue. We haven't seen that at all in this drive.
None. That's exactly right, Ted. Man, that's right on top of it. Very astute for a guy on his birthday. I think he'd be all befuddled and things tonight. But, man, you're sharp tonight. I'm going to start paying attention.
That's right.
So 3rd down. Ball's on the 13. Remember, it's 3rd and goal to go.
Ooh, look at this formation. Power I.
So Polly will take the snap. He pushes it back right there. He's going to throw. Pass is tipped in the air.
And it's picked.
And it's intercepted. The Tornadoes not fooled on that one. A great play call
I think that was Houston. I think it was Wes Houston on that interception.
We'll take a look at the Ohio Educational Credit Union replay.
Let's get a look at it here. Nope.
Intercepted by the Tornadoes.
Who was that? Is that a lineman?
Yes, I think it's 59. He almost had one before.
Intercepted by Carter Woodland.
That was Carter Winland.
Carter Winland, okay.
I thought I saw a 10 in there. Wasn't sure which one got it. There was a lineman and there was Winland. And
Well, you know, the problem with that play is that they ran it to the short side of the field. You don't have very much room. You don't have to defend much of the field if you sprint out to the sideline. You're only about 15% of the field you have to cover, and that time the Tornadoes were up to the challenge.
so now 4 wide receivers for Anton. Takes a snap, rolls out right, fires. Pass is caught.
Look out, he's got a blocker in front of him.
Blocker in front, as you mentioned, to the 50. Great throw and catch. Coleman Lloyd on the reception.
You see the accuracy on display from Jake Anton. We marveled a couple weeks ago of how accurate he was as a passer on all throws. Intermediate, downfield.
And moving.
Yep.
Yeah, and moving to his right. I mean, I remember that from the New Lex game. He throws well on the move.
I stood here and watched him throw 15 or 20 passes pregame, and his receivers hit him right in stride every time.
Houston motioned right. Anton's going to throw right. This one right back to Lloyd. Lloyd just a couple yards on that catch. So we're under 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter, right before halftime. West End will get the ball at half. Remember, they deferred as Morgan had their opening possession. They went 3 and out.
You just have outstanding quarterback play in the MVL this year across the board. I've seen some really good ones this year.
You know, you're exactly right, Ted. We've seen some outstanding quarterbacks. The young man from New Lex is, he's really good, Isaiah Stevens.
Anton keeping his eyes downfield. Winland, a great block, but it's going to be thrown and incomplete. And Raiders down on the field.
42 came down wrong.
Jaden Reese.
He's already wearing a
Yes, he is.
brace on the knee. Can only imagine it's a re-aggravation of something already bothering this young man. Never want to see that.
Well, it looks like he's going to heal himself. He's not looking for the trainer. He's trying to walk that thing off.
He is.
He's a tough kid.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6. Big conversion attempt here for the Tornadoes. Anton fires right. And out of the reach.
Looked like the intended receiver, Connor Hill, lost his footing.
Well, they may have gotten their feet tangled, you know, and that doesn't usually bring an interference call.
No, it doesn't. Not the incidental contact. That's all up to the opinion of the guy in stripes.
Yep. Nice job that time by the Raider defense.
Once again with a big stop. And the incompletion stops the clock, so it works as another timeout. They burn a couple they probably wish they could have back, but the incompletion gives them a chance. Houston was towed a ball, and that one is a squibbly kick.
Boy,
not a lot of hang time there, as that's out near the 37, they'll mark it. So now the Morgan offense will get another opportunity to drive down the field. The defense, as you mentioned, Coach, just a couple stops here the last couple of drives.
Yes, they have. They've done a nice job. The defensive staff's figured something out. Coverage down the field has been good. And the ball that Anton throws, it's not the easiest ball to catch because he fires that thing. And if you have to reach for it, it may go off your hands a little bit there.
He does put a little hot sauce on
Boy, he
that.
does now.
But although neither team has scored in the second quarter, I would give the victory of this quarter to the Raiders for how they played.
Couple stops here in the red zone before the trick play interception.
Yes.
I'm going to motion Banks, and it's going to be a give to Dodd. Dodd keeps his head forward. Wow, it's almost like he always breaks that first tackle unless they're well into the backfield. He gains a couple yards there on first down.
He's getting contacted behind the line of scrimmage and figuring out a way to gain 3 or 4 or 5 yards out of it.
As long as I can remember, Morgan has had a tough running back. usually pretty fast. And I mean, he's not running behind a huge offensive line, that's for sure. Guys are doing a pretty good job against those guys in blue.
So that pass is caught for a first down. Just near the 50. Ponchak again. We've said his name a lot of catches, had the near touchdown twice, and he's moving the Raiders down the field. He's had big catches, a couple big conversions as well.
Yeah, you're a wide receiver and you're being tackled by number 33, the middle linebacker. I mean, you're thinking, what do I have to do to get away from this guy? Oh, nice throw.
And that's thrown out.
Look out!
And there goes Banks down the sideline, and he's racing his way down inside the 10. So we've seen Hayden Banks in motion multiple times in this one, but this time he gets the ball and makes a big play.
Well, that was a short pass you were asking for.
Yep.
And catch and run. Great execution.
Saw number 1, Carter Smith, chasing him down from behind. It's a 6', 290-pound sophomore saving that touchdown for the Tornadoes.
So we could have a brand new game here, just under 2 minutes to play before halftime. 1:53 on the clock.
This is Morgan's deepest threat down the field, that's for sure, at the 5-yard line.
Banks off to the right, the lone receiver out there, and they're going to give to Dodd. Dodd pushing his way forward. He's not going to get there. But at the very least, you could run some of the time off here.
Yeah, I expect they're going to run this ball a couple more times at least if they don't get it in here on second down.
I saw number 42.
Yeah,
he tried to sneak himself back into the game, and coach saw him and said, Jaden, get over here. Bless his heart.
So 4 wide receivers with Dodd in the backfield. Pauly with the snap, looks left, fires. Ball is...
Is that picked?
Yes, it is.
Is it intercepted? And it is. So a ball that was thrown out to the left, and we'll see it right here on the Ohio Educational Credit Union replay.
See if it gets tipped, because it may have been tipped. That was by far his worst throw of the night. His receiver was open, and he threw that thing into the ground, and the defender had to dive to catch it.
The field gets so short down there. It's so hard to throw passes in all that traffic. I'm very surprised they didn't run the ball on second and third down there if necessary.
So 1:09 now to play as the Tornadoes are backed up. This is Winland. Winland cuts and gets to about the 9 before he's brought down.
That's exactly what the Tornado offense needed to do. You get some space out from under that goal line area. So they should be, they can punch this out and get 1 first down. They can run this clock out, go into halftime with a 2-touchdown lead.
So you mentioned running the ball when you're in that area. Now West Ham has the second fewest yards allowed so far in the MVL. So they have been tough to run on. I know we've seen Dodd break out a couple big runs, but there's also been a couple times where he's stuffed in the backfield. Yeah, so, it could be one of those where you feel confident putting the ball in the air, which they've shown success on the drive. Anton rolling left. Pass is caught. And as Braxton Brownrigg brought down about the 24. I believe that's timeout by his dad, Nate.
Yeah, we saw the Tornadoes scored 14 points in the first 8 minutes of this game, and it's been a 0-0 stalemate since that point.
Well, I think we're going to see the West End version of the 2-minute offense here in the last 23 seconds. I don't know if they have enough time to score a touchdown, but if they get close enough, they can bring Silas in.
How many timeouts do the Tornadoes? Just 1 timeout left.
So it took them to under a minute to get their first down of the second quarter. So
is that right?
Yeah, it took them.
Wow.
Went 3 and out the first one, 3 and out the second one. This is their third drive.
Well, they didn't have the ball much, Dylan. I mean, the Raiders had the ball most of the quarter going up and down the field. They just didn't get across that last stripe.
So 23 seconds to play here before halftime. 4 wide receivers for Anton. He's got Winland off to his right. He will motion Lloyd. And Anton rolling right. Fires in just out of the reach of Lloyd. Coleman Lloyd's been the go-to guy here tonight. He's got several catches here in the first half.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guys to choose from. You know, Connor Hill, Carter Smith, Taven Bennett, Braxton Brownrigg, Coleman Lloyd. I mean, that's 5 really good receivers right there.
That's about a $5 word you used there too, Ted. Man.
Expanding the vocab on your birthday.
Yes.
19 seconds.
That's just a luxury to have that many good playmakers to throw to.
Anton loading it up deep. Oh, and it's off the hands right there of, once again, Coleman Lloyd.
You know, I don't know what happened in the coverage, but there should have been a guy with the blue shirt on that wide open, that deep down the field.
Isaac, you're going to take the talent cam. Hey, let's go. Hey, check. You're taking that camera. And you have to turn the audio on.
So 13 seconds, a 3rd down and 10. With no timeouts, you still taking a shot, or you just going to run this one into the half?
Well, you know, I'd take a shot. You have a 2-touchdown lead. You catch the ball and the guy misses the tackle, it could be a touchdown.
They will give to Winland, and Winland is brought down about the 31, and that's going to take us to halftime. So West Muskingum 14-0. That was the score at the end of 1. No points scored in the second. Morgan with a few long drives here and showcase some fight with a couple stops on the defensive side.
You bet. They're going into halftime more pumped than West Ham is.
Yeah, they're feeling good about themselves right now. And you got to like the position you're in. What looked to be could turn ugly early. They've since steadied the ship here and got a chance.
Well, look at the West players going off the field. Look at Morgan's players. They're running off the field. Look at West Ham.
Body language.
I mean, they're disappointed.
You're typically not disappointed with a 14-0 lead, but for the last quarter and a half, the Tornadoes haven't looked like the Tornadoes.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame that Morgan was 0-5. They've played some really good teams.
They have.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're intimidated. You know, I think they've.
This Raiders team's played 3 MVL games against New Lexington, Tri-Valley, and Crooksville. I mean, these are 3 good teams. And this is only West Muskingum's 2nd league game of the year here in Week 6 due to the cancellation from Riverview a week ago.
Well, taking that week off, that really doesn't help your. You know, it might help get a couple of guys healed up. It doesn't do conditioning. It doesn't do much for your game readiness the next week. And I think it kind of shows.
So Morgan with some momentum heading into this halftime break. West Muskingum will get the ball to start the second half. They lead 14-0. And we will step aside and bring you the CA Music House. Play music for life. Join us at halftime right here for the CA Music House halftime show. The band's going to showcase what they got in this intermission. We'll step aside and be back. You're watching MVL Football on South 60 Films.